Mr. Fonda.
Yes, Mr. Cavett.
I wish you... Could you teach me your walk? Do you know you have one of the most distinctive walks? It's almost as if you have two sets of knees or something. It's sort of... I don't know if they can get a shot of this. I don't even think I can do it, but it's kind of... You're like sort of... Well, like that. It's really it's a great walk.
I'm not aware of
I
it.
guess I did it. You know, you've never been aware that you...
I've been told, and I know people imitate it, but I don't try to do it, or I didn't break an ankle to get a funny look.
You get a special look to your walk. Has anyone ever told you that you sound like me? Because I have been told that I sound like you, and yet I don't think I sound like you, although it has occurred to me that maybe
I can't hear it, but of course I can't...
Maybe
I sat next to David Fry when he did me once.
And did it sound like you?
No. It's to them it did.
To someone else did.
Yeah.
So. I don't think
then
maybe
I'm destroyed when I hear myself on a playback or on the screen. I'm sure you had the same experience. The first time you heard your own voice on a tape or
I still am. My
yeah,
voice.
it's not what you think it's like, and
it's devastating when you hear your voice.
Terrible experience.
Let me see. I'm going to talk my natural way now and see if it sounds like you. GAF color film. Didn't do it. I almost had it there. Can you ever see a film? Can you ever see a film of yourself on The Late Show and not remember making it, or not remember switch it on and think,
I have.
That's me. What am I?
I have.
That
Yes.
must be weird.
You know, I've looked at it for a minute, and then that long before I've said, my God, because it's 35, 36 years ago, and he was younger than Peter.
That must be strange for him to see you younger than he is on his television screen. Yeah.
What are they laughing at?
That's all right. Listen, in Nebraska, people pause for a while in conversation.
In Texas, too.
You know, that's a kind of embarrassing story, but you came to Grand Island once, as long as we're talking, to Lincoln, with the Cane Mutiny. And I was a celebrity worshiper as a kid, and I went down to the theater, I've never told this, and hung around in the afternoon. And from the back, I recognized the Fonda head. There was a man standing there, and you turned, and I said, "It's really nice to meet you," and we shook hands. And I said, "How do you think everything will go tonight?" It was a one-night stand, and you said, "Fine." And I couldn't think of anything else to say, and there was a pause like we just had now. And then I left, and I went back to school, and I think I pretended I was sick, and I told all the kids that I had talked to Henry Fonda. Play left town. The next week, about a week later, there in the front of the bank was the same man that I had talked to. Never had been you the whole time. The same white raincoat and everything. I was crushed. I mean, how dare you not even be you? It was a man who worked for the Chamber of Commerce there who was checking the SAT or something. And our whole conversation had worked. Good to see you. How do you think it'll go tonight? Very, very strange. Anyway, you know you don't play many villains, it seems.
No, I'm not asked to very often.
Would you like to play a real
I have.
psychopath?
I have, but it's, you know...
What are your villains?
Well, it was a Sergio Leone picture, which is the Italian spaghetti western man.
Oh, yeah.
But very successful pictures he makes. He made... No, I can't say his name. Who's the actor that he made?
Clint Eastwood?
Clint Eastwood, yeah. Fistful of dollars, a few dollars more, and so on. Anyway, I did one of them, and I was the flat out heavy. I mean, if you got time to hear a funny story?
Sure. Always.
Because when he sent me the script, I couldn't believe it, and I didn't accept it, but he flew to California and persuaded me. I won't go into that detail, but eventually I find myself in Rome to do this movie, and I had been thinking about it because he is the villain, and I thought, well, he's got an idea, I'm not sure why. And I had grown the little divot here and the mustache that looked a little bit more villainous than I do, and I'd paid $350 for contact lenses that made my eyes brown to lose the baby blues, and I arrived on the set, and he took one look, and out! This was not what he bought, the baby blues, it's what he wanted. Because my first scene in the picture, before you see me, you see a very happy farm family, a father and 3 children, a girl about 16, and a boy about 18, and a boy about 9. And they're preparing something that's a very happy occasion out in the front of their farmhouse, a picnic, a lot of food. And in the midst of this happy thing, suddenly there is a shot from off screen, and the girl spins dead like that. And the father looks like this and looks up, and there's another shot, and he spins dead. And then the son, who's on his way in a buggy to the station to, you find out later, to pick up the wife that's, the new wife that's going to come, he comes around from the barn, sees his father and his sister, and he looks up, there's another shot, he falls off the wagon. Then the little 9-year-old boy comes out of the house with 2 jugs, and he sees his mother, his father, and his sister, and his brother, and looks up, and then the camera turns, and from the shrubbery in distance, 5 ominous figures come. Long cloaks like this, broad-brimmed hats like this, unidentifiable from a distance, all with rifles in their hands. And they walk from, converging like this very slowly. And then the camera goes in back of one of the characters. As he comes forward in the foreground is a 9-year-old boy standing there absolutely petrified. Yeah. And as he comes to a stop, the camera goes like this. This is the character. And Sergio, the director, was imagining the audience. It's Henry Fonda!
Oh, and getting the first laugh in the movie.
Yeah. And then the boy sitting there, and the guy here next to me says, because we haven't killed the whole family, obviously, now, and he says, what are we going to do now, Frank? My name is Frank. And I sort of spit a little tobacco out and look at him, and I say, you call me by name. And turn back to the boy. Yeah. And I shoot the little boy. Is that being a heavy? That's for openers. That's the first scene.
That's just the audience warm-up. Was this film made?
Yes, and it was very successful. Not in this country
what
so
an
much.
opening.
And
Gee, it
still
gives you the
playing in
willies
Paris,
to hear
I think.
it.
Yeah.
And, and what color eyes did you then play it with? Who
Well, that baby blue.
The old blues.
Yeah.
Gee, well, that's villainy enough, I'd say, for me. We'll be right back after this message.